Welcome back, 36Nation Radio. I am joined by the sharp-looking Dr. Sudan Gordon. How are you, Doc?
I'm doing very well. Let me speak into the mic
There
here.
you go.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yes, that's
I
correct.
think when we first met, you were just Sudan.
Yeah, I know. It's a long time coming.
Now it's Dr. Gordon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. So, you graduated from Howard University Pharmacy School.
Yes, I did.
Originally from where?
I'm originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's
Okay.
not too far from here.
So you came up here just to go to school.
Specifically to go to Howard, yeah.
All right. And undergrad, you did.
Biology,
Okay.
minored in chemistry. I always knew I wanted to do pharmacy, but decided to get my bachelor's degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we met through a CPR class, and the brother hooked me up. I owe you some money.
I owe you some money.
No,
shoot.
no, I'm going over to Howard April 13th to do the pharmacy
Oh,
student
man.
CPR.
Yeah. Oh,
I might owe you some money.
You really might owe me some money.
So
Okay, yeah.
we'll talk off camera.
Yeah,
we'll talk
definitely.
off camera now. And
Wow,
so
that's what's up.
you
Good.
became this pharmacist. Instead of going to work CVS or a hospital or Kaiser or whatever it is that pharmacists do, Walgreens, you decided to venture out on your own?
Yeah, so I always had an interest in independent pharmacy. I got exposed to it before I was in pharmacy school. I worked also in a chain pharmacy setting.
Okay.
So I noticed that there were these like restrictions on how you could operate as working in a chain setting, in a corporate setting. And then having some experience working independent pharmacy, I saw, wow, like a lot of the restrictions that I saw were not in place. It was very direct with patients. You could spend more time with patients. You could research and really get like valuable information for patients to be able to help them out with whatever their issues were that they were dealing with.
So talk to, like, I'm a lay person, right? I hear what you're saying. I believe you. But how does that resonate with me, or explain what that would mean for me? Why would I go to you instead of going to Target's pharmacy?
Okay, yeah. So the advantage of going to an independent pharmacy is essentially you get like the focused attention. I will be able to help you out in ways that I'm not covered by statistics like performance measures and things like that.
Gotcha.
Like for working in a chain pharmacy, they want you to do a certain number of prescriptions per hour.
Oh, really?
A certain number of prescriptions per day. And if you don't meet that criteria, then you get categorized as like an underperforming store.
Well, how are you in charge of that? Because I just bring you the script, right? And you're filling it. So are you allowed to, like, how would you increase sales or add on, or is that what you mean in terms of?
Yeah, so basically like every 3 months, there's some new initiative that comes down from corporate.
Really?
And they basically want you to like push this new thing. And what I started noticing working in a chain setting was there wasn't any way to like get feedback on what was actually working. It's just like every 3 months there was some new thing that they wanted you to do on top of everything that you were already doing. And the patient doesn't know that you have to do all of these extra things or what your responsibilities are. They just are expecting to drop their prescription off and either wait for it or come back and for it to be ready for them to pick up.
So I don't want to get you in any trouble, but sounds like you can ready to blow the whistle on some of these big chain pharmacies, because are you telling me, could it be something like I drop off my prescription for, I have ADHD, for Concerta or Ritalin, let's say, and then I come back to pick it up and they tell me that they're out of that because they need to push the Ritalin, and so they say, hey, we can fill this, or?
No, I'm saying more along the lines of they have a certain number of prescriptions that they desire for you to fill at a certain amount of time, but they're not giving you the help that you need in terms of pharmacy technicians.
Okay.
So basically,
to make it happen. Okay.
You're not able to actually complete what their expectation is for you, and so you're making promises that you're not able to keep.
Understood.
And you're not resetting the expectation for the patient, and you're not able to spend any extra time if somebody just has a question not related to a prescription medication because of the demand that's on you and the expectation that's on you.
Which can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
If you're not able to spend time to educate me about what I'm taking, then that could be really dangerous. Okay, so why the green pharmacy? That gives me some kind of indication that you're doing something different other than just the regular pills you can get at CVS. What's the green connotation?
Yeah, so the context of green pharmacy is basically we want to like be down to earth. Green is like just a life-giving color.
Okay.
It's a healthy color, represents health. And so with us
Also
being
represent money.
it can represent
Cha-ching.
money. Yeah, exactly. And then, now with a lot of the medicinal marijuana talk, and
Right.
I don't mind talking about that.
Okay.
I know before the segment you said, So, green for us really just means down to earth. It means healthy. It means we want to focus on that. And also, green means go. Like, there's
Right.
no stops. We want to make
Okay.
sure that we have seamless processes and ways to really help you to resolve the conflicts that you have in previous experiences in pharmacy.
Why Gaithersburg, Maryland?
Okay, so my business partners, they operate a medical and surgical supply business in Gaithersburg. So I basically got connected with them.
Whoa. So you already got a base of patients built in.
Yeah,
That's
they
smart.
have relationships that are already established.
Right.
And so essentially I was looking for jobs after I graduated from school. I got a job offer. I accepted it. But I always had been in contact with this couple that were interested in building a pharmacy from scratch. And so from connecting with them and knowing that I had a desire in my heart to do that,
Right.
it was kind of like divine how it came together. And we discussed it and then ultimately decided to move forward in building the pharmacy. So we've established it over the past 2 years. And then the beginning of this year, I made a full commitment, took a leap of faith, and just like jumped to operate it and get it started.
So you just out there like every day just building this?
Absolutely.
And is the goal to have different, branches of this, or we're just going to stick with the one? Or
Well,
what's
right
the
now
vision?
we're trying to establish relationship with the community, find out what the needs are, find out what the patient base is, like what are the disease states that are affecting the area, how can we impact the community directly where we are. So that's the primary goal right now.
Okay.
But I think eventually, if we're successful and we're able to, we would like to look for another place, like to
bring it to
increase
DC, bring it
our
home.
services. Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Okay. And now the marijuana talk. We talked about it offline. Do you, as a pharmacist, do you consider marijuana to have, medical properties that can be helpful for someone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. When I was a student, I actually did a clinical rotation. We had to go to different places for like a month, maybe to just learn different types of pharmacy. And I did a regulatory rotation with the DC Board of Pharmacy. And it was like maybe 3 months after they had approved the medicinal marijuana program.
Okay.
So I sat in on a hearing and I heard patients, I heard advocates, I heard all sides of the argument,
Right.
the distributors, everyone's arguments about why this program needs to be successful and why there's been a stall in it, because at that point they had only had like maybe 50 something applicants, not even approved, but just applicants.
Gotcha.
And essentially what it is it's easier to get a gun in DC than it is to get approved for the medicinal marijuana
Right,
program. They
right.
didn't have enough indications for it, diseases that were approved
I was
for you
just
to
gonna
be able
ask
to
you
get
that,
the
right.
card for
Okay.
it. So there's a lot of things that prohibit people who are actually in need. And as a pharmacist, how are we considered the experts on drugs, but we don't have any say in what happens in the medicinal marijuana program? It's a completely separate entity. It's
Right.
not directly involved with anything that's taking place.
You're right. It seems like you guys should be much more connected with the people that are prescribing the medication, because you know exactly what it does. I would think that, not to take away from doctors, but doctors learn more about the medications through their reps that come and sell them to them. And when they go to these conferences where they're flown around the world and get to, experience some fun and pleasure and promote these drugs, and
Right.
that you guys are literally the experts on the drugs. And so, how can you create better synergy between doctors and pharmacists, or is it there and, the layperson like myself is just ignorant to that process?
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I've observed just as a student, for example, I went to Howard University for undergrad as well as for pharmacy school. What I love about Howard is they have all of the professional programs. They have a dental program, they have a medical
Right.
program, they have a physician's assistant program, they have a pharmacy program. And so when you have all of these programs, the faculty is able to like teach integratively. So you might have a class with some dental students, you might have a class with some medical
Gotcha.
students, collaborative. When I've had conversations with other people in other professions related to health, they all say my hardest class is pharmacology. My hardest class is drugs. I can't remember these drugs.
Right.
I can't remember anything. So it is kind of interesting. Like doctors, their focus is basically diagnosing medication.
Sure.
And pharmacists' main function is for treatment and therapy. So when you're looking at medicinal marijuana and where that fills in, it seems to me that pharmacists should be involved in the
Yeah.
process of that. It's completely separate from all other drugs, but it is considered a drug at the
Right.
same time.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
I'm not sure, the bureaucracy behind it.
I gotta
but
figure out the
at the same time, it is kind of like
yeah.
interesting to me. It always has been interesting to me that pharmacists are not directly involved in medicinal marijuana.
Something strange, and I bet it has to do with money and power, like most things do. But I feel like better pharmacists and people like yourself will get to the bottom of that. Tell people how to get in touch with you, Green Pharmacy.
Absolutely.
Where you're located and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, so Green Pharmacy, we're located in Gaithersburg, Maryland, right by Lake Forest Mall on 355. We are open Monday through Friday currently between the hours of 9 and 5. We're going to extend our hours as the business grows. God willing, that'll be sooner than later. We provide several different services, including local delivery, medication, therapy management, comprehensive medication reviews, and mainly for you to get in touch with us, you can give us a phone call. It's 301-519-9518. Again, 301-519-9518, or you can go onto our website, which is getting ready to launch. It's under construction, but we're in the final stages of it. It's greenpharmacyonline.com.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page, which is Green Pharmacy. Right. You can search that. And then Instagram, and we're going to continue adding social media accounts, but we have an Instagram account, which is Green Pharmacy Online.
All right. Now, I can't let you get out of here. I saw the beautiful wedding pictures. You got to give Wifey a shout out.
Yeah.
Baby girl a shout out. And talk about Wifey's project also and how people can get in touch with her. I'm going to have her on the show, but we can't leave her. You'll be in trouble when you get home.
My wife, Alyssa, I love her. My daughter, Glory, they're at home right now. She's been doing great. She's building her own, subscribership, viewership on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel. It's called Wonderful Acts. I talked to her before I came here. She was praying for me like, oh, man, I hope this interview goes well. So she's very supportive of what I'm doing in the community and in the pharmacy. We got married August of 2016. We had our daughter August of 2017.
Y'all see this brother up here grinning? He mentioned it. He just grinning.
So,
right?
yeah. So
he's talking to that pharmacy. He was like, let me tell you, da-da-da. He said something about it. Listen to that. He said,
Yeah, I need a copy of this video so I can chop it up and show it to her in the middle of the argument. I'm like, hold up.
Hey, remember what
this
I
how
said,
I really
baby?
feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I would tell you is she's right, so don't argue with her.
Okay.
Right? That's all you got to remember.
All right, I'm going to write that one down.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having her on. I saw a couple of the videos that you sent me. Wonderful Acts. She's got like 30,000 subscribers. I mean, she's really doing it.
Within 2 months since January, it literally the viewership has increased. It's tripled since January. So only in 2 months' time.
Well, you guys are faith-based people. You're good people, and so I'm not surprised at the success that you're having, the success that she's having in 2 months.
God.
I know you guys are very faithful in your walk, and you give off just positivity. So I know that Green Pharmacy is going to be huge. Wonderful Acts is huge, and she has a spirit about her that you can't stop watching it. Like I was watching the video and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch the video because you're coming on, so I'm doing my research, and then I just looked up, and it was like 7 minutes later and I'm still, listening. So it's very uplifting and encouraging. And I think what you guys are doing for the community, both you're helping, holistically here and with people, and then she's helping the heart. I think you guys are gonna soar. Brother, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, great
Thanks
to see you
for
as well.
on.
I'm due to renew my CPR training, so we got to schedule that some other time.
I got a mannequin in the car. We can get this done to a commercial break. It's just a research, okay? All right.
Perfect.
All right, Dr. Gordon, thank you for joining us. It's 36Nation Radio.
You.
We'll be right back after these messages.